It's quiet. No machines. No distant noise. Just the soft sounds of a world at rest. And slowly you step into the past. You arrive at the city gate at dusk. The air smells different here. Earth and stone mingled. The sun dips low, soft light touching ancient walls. You hear the distant murmur of voices, faint and slow. Your feet step on smooth stone, cool beneath your soles. The evening air wraps around you, gentle and still. A soft breeze stirs the dust from narrow alleys. The scent of baked bread drifts faintly on the air. You hear footsteps echo softly against old cobblestones. The sky fades from orange to deepening blue above you. You pause, smelling smoke from a distant hearth nearby. The chatter blends with a low hum of small fires. A cat brushes past your ankle, silent and quick. The city breathes around you in slow, measured rhythms. Lanterns wait, soon to light the coming darkness.
Your hand brushes against cool stone as you steady yourself.
A faint sound of strings playing drifts from somewhere close.
You notice the subtle taste of evening air on your lips.
Your shadow grows longer, stretching across the worn path. Somewhere far away, a wooden door creaks, soft and slow. Children's laughter bubbles, then fades behind a shuttered gate. You feel a shift as the light begins to dim. The warmth of day slips quietly into gentle coolness. A woman's voice calls softly through the narrowing street. You catch a faint scent of herbs, crushed and fresh.
The walls seem to lean in as night settles near.
You breathe slowly, matching the city's calm rhythm. Your eyes follow flickering flames from a nearby hearth. You hear the faint scrape of sandals on rough stone. Lanterns begin flickering like fireflies in the cooling air. The soft clink of clay jars being set aside reaches you. A man hums low, steady, his voice blending with night. You lean into the darkening air, sensing stories unfolding. The light changes. Shadows grow deeper, but less sharp.
A wood fire crackles, sending a small wave of heat.
The cobbles feel smooth now under your careful steps. You hear a distant animal, quiet and patient, calling out. The air tastes faintly of smoke and evening blossoms. You reach out, fingers touching cool metal on a gate.
Somewhere close, a lantern topples, glass tinkling softly.
Voices softened, settling like a gentle evening song.
You watch smoke rise slowly, curling into the dark sky.
The city's rhythm slows, steady and unhurried. You feel the weight of centuries, heavy but soft. The dusk folds over you like a dark shawl.
Something changes in the air.
You move into the main street now. Shops begin to close, wooden shutters sliding shut.
Lanterns are lit, their glow low and golden.
The smell of baking bread grows stronger, richer here. You notice smoke curling from a small brick oven. A baker pulls the last loaf from the glowing hearth. The warm, yeasty scent wraps around you, inviting. You breathe it in, heavy and soft against your skin. The baker's hands are coated in flour and heat. He places the bread on a wooden table, still hot. You watch, captivated by the simple ritual unfolding. The street is alive with gentle sounds and smells. A woman passes with a clay jar, smooth and heavy. Children laugh nearby, their feet tapping quickly on stone. A dog trots past, quiet paws barely making a sound. Lanterns flicker, casting shadows that dance and sway. You catch the smell of spiced oil burning nearby. The air hums softly with distant voices speaking low. A man wraps cloth around his tools, day's work done.
Ashes fall gently from a hearth chimney into the night.
You step aside as a group passes, their laughter warm. The glow from windows reveals faces, relaxed and settled. A child runs ahead, breath warm in the cool air. You feel the gentle pull of life winding down slowly. The rhythm here is gentle, calm, soothing to your bones. Somewhere, a flute plays, a soft, trembling melody. You see smoke ribbons from cooking fires, low and steady. Clay pots are wiped clean, their surfaces cool to touch. The baker offers a piece of bread wrapped in linen. The crust is crisp, and the warmth still lingers deep. You taste the bread, simple and sweet, with just salt. The streets hum beneath your feet, steady and familiar.
You smell wood smoke, mingled with the cool night breeze.
A woman calls softly, her voice carrying thin and clear.
You breathe slowly, savoring this gentle, lively evening.
The cobblestones feel quieter now under careful feet. You pause to watch a child hug a small, worn doll. Lanterns glow softly, their light both fierce and tender. A man drums lightly on a wooden box, slow, steady. The sounds fold around you like a soft woven blanket. You hear the scraping of shutters closing, slow and firm. The warmth of hearth fires spills faintly into the street. You feel the roughness of a wooden beam close by. The air carries whispers, soft, lingering, and sweet. You follow a scent, roasted grain and subtle honey. The last baker closes his shop, wiping hands on cloth. He nods silently, tired but content beneath dim light. Lanterns cast tall shadows on the stone, dark and cool. You move gently forward, drawn deeper into evening calm.
Your breath matches the rhythm of the settling street. You hear a slow, steady tapping on a shuttered door. The air cools just a touch, the day's warmth fading now. You notice the muted colors of fabric hanging to dry. A woman hums softly, tuning her voice to the night. The streets feel full but peaceful, alive and gentle. You pause at a corner, catching the smell of warm stew. The sound of spoons clinking and soft voices fills the air. You step around a pillar, watching people move quietly. A child tugs at her mother's hand, sleepy and warm. The lanterns sway slightly, their light steady and calm. You catch a glimpse of a man tending a small fire. The glow touches his face, smooth and thoughtful in dusk. You run your hand along a cool, worn stone wall. The city sounds soften, blending into the calm evening. You breathe deeply, savoring the mix of scent and sound. The twilight deepens further, cloaking all in soft shadows. You feel the steady pulse of life winding down slowly. The night is quieting, softening around every corner here. You smell the faint trace of sweet wood smoke curling. Your steps echo softly, gentle and slow on the stone. The warm glow of lantern light moves closer and farther. Invisible breezes carry the scent of herbs and fresh earth. You see a mother fold cloth carefully over a child. A rooster crows once, sharp and clear against fading light. You breathe in the calm, held tight by fading sun. The light dims more, the city preparing for rest.
You watch a baker extinguish the small fire of his oven. The last echoes of laughter drip softly into the dark. All is moving gently, quietly, wrapped in dusky shade. You step onward, feeling the echo of lives gently slowing. You reach the market square now, where merchants linger still. Stalls are half-packed, cloth bundles tied tight and neat. A faint smell of spices lingers, sharp and sweet. Clay pots are stacked carefully, cool under pale lantern light. You run your hand over vessels, rough and round with age. A merchant folds his fabric slowly, fingers brushing silk. The air is thick with the scent of dried fruits and herbs. You smell the rich tones of leather, smoked and softened. A woven basket is passed to you, small and light. Inside, a dried fruit, sticky and warm, presses to your palm. You feel the softness of dates, sweet and slightly tart. The merchant smiles without words, a quiet offering shared. You taste the fruit slowly, sensing the sun in its skin. The market holds a gentle hum, voices low and drifting. The fading colors of textiles catch the last light's gleam. You run your fingers over rough wood, tablets just carved. Metal tools cool in a bench shaped by patient hands. You hear the soft scrape of carving on smooth surfaces. A craftsman's fingers shape a piece of copper, round and firm. You smell the warm iron, faint and sharp beneath the breath. The touch of cool stone, cold metal, smooth wood surrounds you. A quiet rhythm pulses, craft and care in every motion. You feel the texture of thread woven by steady hands. Soft wool brushes your skin, rough linen crinkles slightly. The cotton smells faintly of earth, fresh and clean at night. A potter spins clay with careful, practiced fingers close by. The wet earth presses soft between your fingertips, cool and moist. You smell the rich dampness of clay drying in late light. The humming wheel turns steady, slow, as shapes take form. You watch the soft rise of a vessel, shaped by skill. The merchant's hands brush your palm, warm from day's work. A small coin is pressed quietly into your hand, cold metal. Its weight settles deep, smooth and familiar in your grasp. You hold it gently, feeling the years pressed into edges. The scent of smoke and stone clings softly to your skin. You leave the market slowly, senses full and satisfied. You feel the night settle firmer now on your shoulders. The distant murmur of voices lingers behind the walls. Your feet carry you toward a quiet courtyard, still and near. The scent of cooking fires draws you closer to warmth. You sit just outside a simple home, walls of sun-baked clay. Warm lantern light spills softly from an open doorway near. A family gathers inside, their voices low and relaxed. You smell roasted grain and stewed vegetables, soft and rich. The smell is comforting, like a soft, remembered dream. You listen to the quiet clink of pots and wooden bowls. The family shares food around a low, sturdy wooden table. The woman smiles gently at her children, tired but serene. You notice the flicker of a lamp casting dancing shadows. The air is thick with warmth from fire and shared stories. The children's laughter trickles like water, soft and slow. A man breaks bread, offering pieces to both young and old. You see the steam rise from a bowl of thick soup. The scent of herbs and salt hangs heavy in the air. You breathe in the stillness of the shared evening meal. You feel the smooth roundness of a clay cup near you. The taste of spiced wine lingers on your tongue, sweet and mild. The fire crackles softly, sending slow pulses of warmth toward you. The family's faces glow in the flickering amber light. You sense their comfort, the safety wrapped around this place. For a moment, you forget you don't belong here. The warmth of their fire feels like your own. The food smells like home. And then you remember, this world is thousands of years old. But right now, it feels alive. You watch as a child leans against her mother's side. The flickering lamp casts long, slow shadows on cracked walls. A dog rests at the edge of the courtyard, breathing soft. You inhale deeply, tasting the mingled scents of night air. Your fingers brush the rough fabric of a worn tunic. The laughter fades into contented silence, soft and round. You see the soft glow of candles placed carefully on a shelf. The family quiets, voices lowering to soft humming and whispers. You lean back slightly, feeling calm settle deep into your bones. The night moves gentle here, wrapped in quiet familiarity. A soft breeze stirs curtains hanging in the doorway. You close your eyes briefly, hearing the slow pulse of life. A light rustle of cloth, a soft sigh drifting through air. You breathe out, slow and measured, matching the evening's flow. The warmth of the fire nearby carries through the open door. A small child's yawn breaks the stillness softly, quietly. A woman smooths her hair back, eyes shining with patience. The night folds gently around this house, comforting and steady. You soak in the calm, the gentle rhythm of family life. The soft crackle of burning wood blends with night sounds. A man lowers his head, resting against a smooth clay wall. You feel the cool surface press softly beneath your fingers. The scent of night flowers mingles with smoke and warm bread. You reach out to hold a small hand briefly, fleeting and warm. The children grow sleepier, their breath slow and even now. You notice the faint gleam of stars through a small window. The last ember fades softly, glowing a faint dull orange. You lean back, feeling the slow pulse of life unwind. The glow from the fire sends tender shadows dancing near you. You stay here a while, nestled in the calm of evening. The scent of wood smoke and herbs fills this quiet space. You feel the slow evening pulse, steady and serene. The ancient city breathes softly, wrapped in dusk's embrace. You are still, settled, part of this night's slow unfolding. Something changes. The air grows cooler, a soft hush settling. You move toward stone walls bathed in gentle candlelight. The temple breathes quiet warmth from burning incense and flickering flames. Smooth stone surfaces gleam dimly in the half-light, cool beneath your fingers. A slow drip of water echoes softly somewhere near the marble basin. You inhale the rich scent of herbs and melting wax. The sound of faint chants drifts past, barely there and calming. Warm water laps gently over your toes in a shallow pool. You step deeper, the smooth stones comforting underfoot, steady and safe. Your breath slows, matching the rhythm of soft water and muted voices. The flicker of flames casts shifting shadows on ancient carved reliefs. You listen closely, hearing a faint rustle of cloth and whispered prayers. The air feels dense, held in stillness, yet full of lives lived here. You sit beside a shallow basin, water cool and calm against skin. The stone cools your palms, grounding you to this ancient quiet. A soft scent of lotus and myrrh floats in the muted air.
Your eyes close for a moment, tasting the sweet calm of the place. You wonder what dreams came to those who stepped here centuries ago. Were their dreams filled with stars you can see above tonight? Did they dream of hearth fires, soft blankets, whispered words like yours? You trace a carved symbol worn smooth by many careful hands. Candles flicker low, their flames steady but breathing a soft, gentle dance. The space feels sacred, holding quiet stories beneath its stone heart. You rise slowly, leaving cool stone behind for air cooler still. Outside, the scent of damp earth mingles with evening's fading warmth. Something changes again. Quieter now, as you step into open air. The river's surface mirrors light, gentle ripples whispering under moon's gaze. You pass flowering herbs, their soft petals brushing your skin gently. The scent is fresh, rosemary and thyme mingling with wet green leaves. You pause by a lemon tree, cool fruit, heavy and fragrant overhead. Stars creep silently across the sky, their light cold and pure. A soft breeze carries the distant croak of frogs and rustle of leaves. You climb a narrow stair to reach a flat rooftop terrace. An old man sits folded in robes, eyes reflecting starlight's slow shimmer. He nods once, a quiet greeting without words or hurry. You settle nearby, feeling a gentle belonging under the same vast sky. The city spreads softly below, lights twinkling like distant fireflies. You feel the night's vastness pressing gentle fingers on your shoulders. The river moves slow, silver threads weaving through sleeping streets. Night scents rise, jasmine, earth, cool stone, and the faint salt of water. You reach out, fingertips skimming a rough clay pot near your feet. You close your eyes briefly, tasting the quiet sweetness of night air. Time seems to pause, held perfectly still beneath these patient stars. You fold into the calm, feeling connected to this shared moment. The man's breath is slow, even, and you take comfort in his peace. You gather your things gently, leaving the rooftop to the night's embrace. Something changes once again. The city grows hushed, surrendering to dark. You move through lanes now nearly empty, the faint glow of oil lamps flickering. A soft sound draws your eye. A cat crossing the street silently. Its paws make no sound on the smooth stones, a flash of fur and calm. Windows dim one by one as curtains fall and lamps are doused. A scent of cooling bread
lingers briefly where ovens once held warmth. Only distant echoes of laughter and footsteps remain, fading into the night. You pause by a closed door, the wood cool beneath your fingertips. A soft breeze folds around you, carrying the scent of lavender drying on ropes. You pass a quiet fountain, its water spilling smooth and steady. The air holds a settled peace, deep and serene like a whispered secret. Street lamps flicker once more, the final breaths of fading light. You find yourself alone, but not lonely, wrapped in stillness now. Your steps slow, steady, as if matching the calm of the sleeping city. You pause near a doorway, the cool stone inviting you to rest. A soft cloth hangs nearby, worn and faded, its texture gentle in your hands. You settle down gently, the ground solid beneath your legs. Lantern light dances softly on nearby walls, embracing you in quiet warmth. You breathe slowly, the calm unfolding like a soft bloom within you. Stars cloak the sky, distant but tender, above the ancient stones. You close your eyes for a moment, held by this calm, delicate, and deep. Finding a quiet place to rest, you fold into soft blankets. A small lamp flickers beside you, its glow steady and low. The scent of dried herbs lingers faintly, calming your breath. You feel the night wrap itself gently around your shoulders. The ancient world hums softly in silence, a lullaby of stone and shadow. Your body sinks deeper into rest, the air cool and comforting. Sounds fade to a tender hush. The stars twinkling silently close. The world around you grows quiet now. The night is still. The air is calm. Something changes. The air grows cooler, fresher than before. You leave the bustle of the market behind. Stone walls rise around you, smooth and cool beneath your touch. Candles flicker, casting soft shadows that dance lightly. A faint scent of burning incense curls in the air. You step into the temple's courtyard, silent but alive. The gentle murmur of water flows from a small fountain. Your fingers brush against the carved stone, rounded and smooth. The aroma of lotus and sandalwood drifts through the space. Soft voices chant somewhere distant, like lullabies drifting on air. You glide past tall pillars, polished by time and countless hands. Lantern light spills warm pools over the worn floor.
You breathe deep, the cool air mixed with fragrant herbs. Stone benches invite you to sit, to pause, and reflect. The temple keeper moves slowly, tending the oil lamps with care. In the warmth of a small fire, shadows waver gently. The scent of warm resin mingles with earth and stone. You run your hand along the cool edge of a water basin. The fingertips of a child reach out briefly to touch a statue. You wonder what dreams pass beneath these quiet domes. Are they filled with faraway seas or whispered prayers? Your breath slows as you listen to water dripping softly. The temple's calm seems to cradle the city's heartbeat. You watch incense ashes settle, floating down like soft snow. The night holds secrets in the sacred air. You continue, stepping lightly toward a bathhouse nearby. Steam curls upward, warm against cooler stone walls. You hear the drop of water falling, a gentle rhythm. A woman's whisper breezes past, speaking words lost in time. You dip your hand into warm water, smooth and welcoming. The scent of lavender and herbs calms your senses. Tiles gleam faintly beneath your feet, cool yet comforting. Soft cloths lay folded on benches, promise of rest. You exhale slowly, the silence wrapping around you like silk. The city's sacred spaces breathe quietly beneath the starlit sky. You linger, feeling the still pulse of ritual and peace. Something changes. You step from stone walls onto a path beside water. The river mirrors the moon, silver and clear and soft. A gentle breeze carries the scent of damp earth and wildflowers. You move slowly along the bank, eyes fixed on gentle ripples. The air turns cooler, crisper, scented lightly with mint and thyme. The garden opens around you. Dark leaves brush your arms. Fragrant blooms sway faintly in the night's tender breath. You pause, smelling the sweet aroma of jasmine and rose. Your fingers trace the rough bark of an olive tree. Stars begin to scatter across the vast sky above. A faint rustle nearby blends with a distant owl's call. You hear footsteps and turn toward a small house's rooftop. An old man sits, wrapped in a woven blanket, watching stars. His eyes gleam softly as he points at familiar constellations. You sit beside him, feeling the night's vastness stretching out. He hums a gentle tune, the sound a soft current. His hands are worn but steady, tracing invisible patterns in the air. You breathe in the silent, immense sky, stars bright and still. The garden's night scent lingers on your skin, cool and sweet. You glance at the city beyond, sleeping under moonlight's watch. The moment feels endless, tender, a quiet part of the world. The old man's smile is slow, peaceful, a shared secret. You stand gently and move away, heart light and calm. The water laps quietly at the shore, moonlight kissing each wave. Night blossoms unfold unseen, their perfume drifting into soft darkness. You pause under a fig tree, leaves whispering secrets to the breeze. The city sleeps on, held in the embrace of ancient stones. You make your way back toward the heart of the old town. The air now carries the scent of dew and fresh earth. You step over smooth stones, past shuttered windows and silent courtyards. The city grows hushed as lamps flicker low inside homes. A lone cat pads gently across your path, soft paws on stone. Its eyes gleam briefly before disappearing into shadowy alleys. The streets are mostly empty now, steps long and slow. Lanterns sway softly, shadows folding into quiet corners. You pause near a fountain, the cool sound of dripping water. The wind sighs softly through narrow lanes, settling the day's dust. You breathe deeply, feeling the calm seep into your being. A thin crescent moon glows softly above tiled roofs. The distant sound of a closing door echoes once, then still. You sense the city holding its breath, wrapped in night's veil. The stars blink gently, their light steady and soft. The ancient world grows gentle, slow, expectant. You find a small home hidden behind a cluster of trees. Inside, thick blankets lie folded next to a simple wooden bed. You settle down, feeling the fabric's coarse warmth and softness. A single lamp flickers, its flame quivering in the cool air. The scent of dried herbs fills the room, soothing and faint. Your fingers graze the woven blanket, steady and soft. Outside, the city whispers nothing, quiet and deep. You close your eyes, feeling the steady thrum of the ancient earth. The world around you grows quiet now. The night is still. The air is calm. Something changes.
The air grows cooler, softer. You find yourself near high stone walls, worn smooth. A temple stands here, quiet as the shadows deepen. Candles flicker gently along narrow corridors of polished stone. The scent of burning incense curls around you, slow. Warm water pools in a basin, dark and still. You touch the smooth stone edge, cool beneath your fingers. Soft murmurs drift faintly, chants or whispered prayers. Your footsteps fall silent against the stone floor. Light dances on carved figures frozen in the temple walls. You breathe in the mix of smoke and flower petals. Hands rest lightly in the water, sensing its calm. Outside, a small fountain trickles steadily, steady and low. You feel the peace settling deep inside you, slow. A gentle draft stirs the incense smoke, brown and sweet. You imagine the dreams of those who came here long ago. Were there nights filled with starry thoughts or quiet wishes? You watch wax drip down a candle, slow and thick. The temple's cool air brushes softly against your skin. You hear water, stone against stone, rhythm and pulse. There is stillness here, but something quietly alive. You move further, past woven mats laid on the floor. Each step softens as the sacred night unfolds all around. You pause near a small altar, smooth and humble. A faint hum hums low, a breath, a silence. The shadows lengthen, wrap around you like a cloak. You feel the ancient presence gently settle, unhurried. Nothing demands your gaze but the slow candle flicker. You fold your hands softly, joining the calm breath of the night. The temple is a slow heartbeat beneath the stars. You wonder if dreams here float like leaves on water. Outside, stone steps lead down to a small pool. You sit on the cool edge, the water reflecting moonlight. A single lotus flower floats, scent soft and delicate. The air carries a trace of jasmine and smoke. You touch the petals, soft and damp against your skin. A murmured chant drifts faintly, distant and steady. The temple's heart beats quietly, slow as a hush. You let the silence fill you up, deep and full. Above, stars peek through carved latticework, silver points. Your breath matches the slow drip of water droplets. The world feels vast, carried on the gentle night air.
You rise, stepping lightly from stone to shadow.
Beyond the temple, the air shifts again, cool and open. You find yourself by the river's edge, night stretching out. The water moves quietly, reflecting a silver path. Cool air brushes soft against your face and hands. You sense small creatures stirring nearby. A frog's call. Leaves rustle gently, whispering secrets as you pass. The river carries whispers of distant places, calm and deep. Night birds call softly, hidden in dark branches. You pause to touch the smooth bark of an ancient tree. Its leaves smell faintly of earth and rain. The moon hangs low, a pale lantern in the sky. You trace ripples where fish break the water's glass. A soft breeze stirs lavender and mint near your nose. You continue, stepping onto a path lined with herbs. The scent is fresh, bright, and quietly sweet. You reach a small garden filled with flowers closing for sleep. Petals fold gently, night's breath soft upon them. You sit among the stone paths, cool beneath you. Above, stars spread wide across the darkened sky. A soft hum comes from a distant rooftop. You look up to see an old man sitting alone. He watches the same stars, calm and steady. You share the quiet, connected by the vast sky above. His breath matches the rhythm of the night's steady song. The garden feels like a secret held in time. You reach out, brushing your hands lightly across soft leaves. The cool earth warms beneath your palms, steady and slow. The air holds quiet stories, whispered by the night. You sit back, shoulders relaxed, eyes tracing constellations. The moon's glow bathes the city softly, silver and soft. You feel the calm spread like gentle waves inside. Behind you, the garden stretches dark and serene. Old stone walls rise quietly, moss soft and cool. You turn back toward the city's edge, slow steps. The night holds you gently, vast and still. Something changes again. The city grows hushed and settled. Lanterns flicker, casting long shadows along empty streets.
Shops have closed, shutters sliding with soft thuds.
Footsteps fade, voices have quieted to stillness.
You sense the city breathing deeply, resting at last. One last cat slips silently across your path. A flicker of lantern light dances softly on the walls. The air cools and settles, calm as soft wool. A quiet breeze stirs the leaves, then is gone. You pause, listening to the hush spreading through the streets. The city is wrapped in a gentle, slow silence. You make your way toward a small, tucked-away corner. A narrow alley cradles a resting place for the night. You find a soft pile of blankets, worn and inviting. A dim lamp flickers, casting warmth against stone walls. You lay down gently, feeling the soft texture under you. The air around is still, soft, and welcoming. Your eyelids grow heavier with the gentle rhythm of night. Outside, the city hums faintly, a slow, peaceful tune. The world around you softens, edges blurring into calm. You breathe in the faint scent of smoke and earth. The ancient world wraps around you like a quiet song. You close your eyes, wrapped in gentle warmth and light. The room fades gently, embraced by hush and stillness. Your breath slows steady, deep, untroubled by time. The world around you grows quiet now. The night is still. The air is calm. Something changes. The air grows cooler, softer here. You step beneath tall stone pillars carved smooth by time. The temple's shadow stretches long beneath a silver moon. Candles flicker in shallow bowls, scenting the air with frankincense. The gentle murmur of water moves somewhere deep inside. You feel smooth, cool stone beneath your fingers, shaped by hands long gone. Incense curls lazily upward, mixing with the wet scent of moss. Your footsteps soften on worn flagstones, footsteps echoing just a little. There is a stillness here, different from the streets and markets. Water drips slowly from a carved spout into a shallow basin. The temple glows faintly, lit by many small flames. You touch the edge of a sacred pool, water cool and calm. The scent of warm beeswax mingles with herbs and smoke. You see figures seated quietly, their faces gentle in the candlelight. A steady breathing rises from the room, rhythmic as your own. You feel the smooth grain of a wood handrail beneath your palm. Soft voices hum hymns almost too low to hear.
The warm glow pools like liquid gold on stone walls.
You listen to your footsteps, blending with the soft trickle of water.
Nearby, a brass incense burner sends wisps of smoke curling upward. The air tastes faintly of herbs, steeping in hot water. You imagine the dreams resting in these walls long after you leave. Something sacred lingers here, quiet and deep, waiting for the dark. You sit for a moment, the cool stone beneath you, grounding. Your fingers trace a carved pattern, worn by hundreds of years. The soft murmur of a prayer drifts through each still breath. You wonder what dreams these ancient souls once kept close at night. The quiet ache of timelessness hums through the temple's cool heart. Outside, the stars glitter softly through an open window. You breathe in the calm, the sacred, the slow passing of time. A soft breeze stirs incense and candle flames gently together. You rise with slow motion, the cool air brushing skin. The scent of warm clay and soft stone follows you onward. Something changes. You move toward the river, the cool night waiting. Silver water flows silently, rippling beneath the moon's steady watch. You step onto soft earth, cool grass brushing your ankles. Bright stars flicker like distant fires in a black velvet sky. Nearby, herbs and flowers scent the air with sleepy sweetness. A gentle rustle passes through bushes, a small creature moving close. You crouch by a garden bed, touching soft leaves, cool and damp. The night blooms around you, alive but peaceful, infinite and still. You move slowly, the rhythmic splash of water soothing your ears. Lemon balm and lavender scent your hands when you brush green tips. The cool night air tastes faintly of soil and sky. Across the river, lights from homes blink faintly, like fireflies. You climb a low stone stair, a rooftop waiting in silence. In the hush of night, a man sits wrapped in a thick cloak. He watches stars with eyes steady, ancient as the sky. You settle beside him, sharing the still, vast space. He offers a quiet smile, as if words aren't needed. The world spins softly beneath endless stars and cooling earth. You breathe in the night, calm and settled like the river. The man hums a low, wordless tune, blending with the breeze. For a moment, the stars shine just for you alone. A fern's cool leaf brushes lightly against your cheek. The vastness here eases your mind, expanses shrinking away, unease. Night blooms fully now. A soft, endless blanket rolled around you. You rise gently and follow the curve of the moonlit river. You move past dipping branches and sleeping flowers, the night listening. The faint sound of water lapping soothes the edges of thought. You leave the garden behind, stepping toward quieter stones and silent paths. The city grows hushed now, shadows stretching deeper over empty streets. Oil lamps burn low, their flames flickering soft and orange. Only a stray cat slips silently into an alley, unnoticed. You pause, feeling the cool night press gently against your skin. The air tastes faintly of wood smoke, old leaves, and distant water. A soft breeze shifts a loose tile on a roof above. Your footsteps blend with the slow, steady rhythm of the sleeping town. Walls are shadowed, doorways closed, the last murmurs fading. You trace your hand over a cool stone wall, rough and real. Faint scents of baking bread linger, though ovens are dark now. A long corridor echoes with distant sounds of settling homes. One final lantern near a door sways with a quiet sigh. Your breath is slow, your body soft against the darkening world. Along a narrow street, moonlight glints on fallen leaves. Night smells like earth and distant flowers closing their petals. Dust drifts softly from a tiled rooftop, settling without sound. A flickering lamp casts gentle shapes in a quiet garden. The city sleeps beneath the deep blanket of starlit sky. You find a small doorway, barely open, just enough for one. Inside, a blanket is folded neatly, inviting your tired body. Soft linen feels cool and clean beneath your fingertips. A flickering lamp casts gentle shadows on stone walls. The scent of dried herbs lulls you further into calm. You lie back, the fabric smooth against your skin. A faint breeze slips through a cracked window, cool and steady. Your breath slows. Your limbs grow heavy, melting into rest. Quiet settles fully, a soft pulse in the silent room. The glow of the lamp fades and warms your closed eyes. The world around you grows quiet now. The night is still. The air is calm. You close your eyes and let the ancient world fade. And slowly, peacefully, you drift into sleep.